Are you over 65 and still starting your day with a cup of coffee? Then listen closely, because what you're about to hear could completely change the way your body ages. Have you noticed yourself slowing down lately? Is climbing stairs harder than it used to be? Do your legs feel a little less steady, a little less strong? If you're nodding your head, this isn't just about getting older, and it's definitely not just a lack of protein. There's a silent reason, one hardly anyone talks about, that's causing your muscles to shrink year after year. And the good news is, we can start reversing it. Starting with your morning coffee. This isn't a drug. You don't need a gym membership. You don't even need to overhaul your diet. You just need to add one specific science-backed compound to your coffee. And you could begin to rebuild your muscle strength, boost your metabolism, and fight age-related muscle loss right from home. And the best part? You already have the most important part of the formula in your hand, your coffee. In the next few minutes, you'll discover exactly what to add and how to turn your morning brew into a muscle-rebuilding powerhouse for anyone over 65. But before we get to what to add, there's something important you need to understand, because the real reason so many older adults are losing muscle has nothing to do with being lazy, has nothing to do with eating too little protein, and everything to do with a change happening inside your body after age 60. It's called anabolic resistance, and it affects nearly every adult over 65. Here's what that means simply. When you were younger, every time you ate protein, your body used it like fuel, repairing, rebuilding, keeping your muscles strong and ready. But now, that signal doesn't land the same. Your body still gets the protein, but the muscle-building switch doesn't fully turn on. The repairs slow down. Breakdown happens faster than growth. And little by little, you lose the strength that used to come naturally. The worst part? You might not even notice it happening until one day you fall, or you can't get up from a chair, or stairs feel impossible. But here's the breakthrough. Scientists have discovered a specific nutrient that helps override that resistance. That turns the muscle-building signal back on. And the best part, it works even if you're not exercising. In fact, studies show this nutrient can boost muscle protein synthesis in older adults, just by taking it in the right form at the right time. And that's exactly what we're going to show you next. Because once you understand how it works and how easily it fits into your daily routine, you'll never look at your morning coffee the same way again. Most people think muscle loss after 65 is just part of getting older. And sure, a little decline is natural. But what's not normal is how fast it happens. And the reason it accelerates? It comes down to one key switch in your body, something called mTOR, your muscle-building on button. This switch is activated by a special amino acid called leucine, one of the building blocks of protein. Now here's the thing. When you're 30, a small amount of leucine is enough to activate mTOR and trigger muscle growth. But by the time you're 65 or older, that same amount barely moves the needle. That's the heart of anabolic resistance. Your muscles aren't broken. They're just not getting the signal. And that's where the breakthrough comes in. Because scientists have found that by taking a precise dose of pure leucine by itself in concentrated form, you can reactivate that muscle-building switch, even without lifting weights, even without eating a huge meal. Just the right form, at the right dose, at the right time. And here's where things get exciting. That right time, it's first thing in the morning. When your body's in a fasted state, your metabolism is most responsive, and your coffee is already in hand. In fact, clinical studies show that just 3 grams of free-form leucine taken on an empty stomach can dramatically increase muscle protein synthesis in older adults, even if they're sedentary. So instead of trying to choke down a huge breakfast or add more protein to every meal, you can simply stir leucine into your morning coffee and send your body a clear, powerful message. Build muscle, stay strong, and in just a minute, I'll show you exactly how to do it. How much to use, where to get it, and how to take it for maximum results. But first, let's take a closer look at why coffee, yes, your regular cup of coffee, might actually be the perfect delivery system for this muscle-saving compound. Let's take a moment to talk about why leucine matters so much. and why most older adults never get enough of it at the right time. Think of your muscle like a campfire. Protein? That's the wood, essential fuel. But wood alone doesn't start a fire. What you need is a spark. That spark is leucine. It's the amino acid that tells your body it's time to grow, repair, and rebuild muscle. But here's the problem. Most people over 60 aren't getting nearly enough leucine at one time to flip that muscle-building switch, especially in the morning when it matters most. To activate muscle growth, you need around 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine in a single dose. That's the equivalent of eating a full chicken breast, 5 eggs, or 40 grams of high-quality protein, all at once, first thing in the morning. Let's be honest, most seniors aren't eating that much protein at breakfast. Some skip breakfast entirely. Others reach for toast, cereal, fruit, all carbs, no signal. So what happens? You miss the critical anabolic window, that short time each day when your body's most ready to receive the signal to build muscle. But here's the great news. You don't need to force down a big meal. You just need 1 scoop of leucine powder, stirred into your morning coffee. It dissolves easily, it has no taste, and it starts working within 20 to 30 minutes. No meal prep, no blender, no struggle, just your regular cup of coffee, upgraded with the one nutrient your body's been missing. And if you're someone who practices intermittent fasting, even better. Leucine doesn't spike insulin significantly, so it won't break your fast in the traditional sense. You stay in a fat-burning state while still signaling your body to preserve and rebuild muscle. Coming up next, I'll show you exactly how to do it. The right dose, the right timing, and why black coffee may be the perfect vehicle to deliver this powerful signal exactly where your body needs it. Now you might be thinking, if leucine is just one amino acid, why not just eat more protein instead? That's a fair question, but here's the catch. When it comes to muscle growth after 65, leucine isn't just any amino acid. It's the master switch. You can have all the protein in the world, but without enough leucine at once, nothing turns on. It's like having a pile of firewood, but no match. Without that spark, nothing burns. No growth, no repair, just slow decline. And here's why this matters. Most protein foods, even good ones like chicken, eggs, or whey shakes, don't contain enough leucine in a single serving to hit that threshold, especially if you're eating small portions or spreading protein out through the day. Your body never gets the clear message it needs. Build muscle now. But when you take 3 grams of free-form leucine all at once, first thing in the morning, it delivers that message loud and clear. In fact, a 2020 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who added leucine to their meals saw up to 30% more muscle protein synthesis compared to those who ate the same food without it. No extra workouts, no major diet changes, just the right compound at the right dose at the right time. And remember, this isn't about building bulky muscle. This is about preserving the strength you already have, improving balance, and staying independent. It's about getting out of a chair without needing support, climbing stairs without holding your breath, feeling solid again in your legs, your back, your core. And it all starts with a scoop of leucine in your coffee. Coming up next, I'll show you exactly how to take it, what form works best, and why black coffee, not breakfast, may be the smartest way to deliver this muscle-preserving spark to your body. So, why coffee? Why not just take leucine with water or with your breakfast? Great question, and the answer might surprise you. Because your morning coffee, especially when you drink it black, before eating anything, creates a unique metabolic state in your body. And that state, it's like prime time for building muscle. Here's what happens behind the scenes. When you wake up, you're in a fasted state. Insulin is low. Your body is more sensitive to nutrients, especially ones that trigger muscle growth. And cortisol, your natural morning energy hormone, is slightly elevated, which actually helps mobilize fat and fuel your metabolism. Then you drink coffee. The caffeine gives your nervous system a gentle push, boosting blood flow, sharpening focus, and enhancing nutrient absorption. Now imagine what happens when you add leucine at that exact moment. Your body isn't distracted by carbs. There are no competing amino acids from food. There's no insulin spike scrambling the signal. It's just you, your coffee, and the pure muscle-building message delivered straight to your cells. You flip on the mTOR switch, clearly and cleanly, and your muscles hear it loud and clear. It's time to grow. In fact, one 2022 study published in Frontiers in Physiology found that when older adults took leucine during a fasted state, like first thing in the morning, they experienced significantly greater muscle protein synthesis compared to taking the same dose with a mixed meal later in the day. But here's maybe the best part of all. Most people over 65 already drink coffee every morning. You don't need to build a new habit. You just need to upgrade the one you already have. And when a habit is simple, when it fits your routine, you're far more likely to stick with it, which means better results over time, with less effort. So now that you understand why this works, in the next section, I'll walk you through exactly how to do it, what kind of leucine to buy, how much to use, when to take it, and what to avoid for best results. This is where it all comes together, and it's simpler than you think. All right, let's get practical. You understand why this works. Now here's exactly how to do it right. First up, what kind of leucine should you use? Not all supplements are created equal, and this one matters. You want pure, free-form leucine powder, not a protein shake, not a BCAA blend, and definitely not a supplement with a long list of mystery ingredients. Just 100% pharmaceutical-grade L-leucine. No sweeteners, no fillers, no junk. Why? Because at this age, your body needs a very specific dose, delivered cleanly and directly, without anything getting in the way of absorption. Blends and flavored powders? They often contain too little leucine per scoop, and worse, they come with other amino acids or carbs that dilute the signal. This isn't about getting a little bit of everything. This is about sending a clear, focused message to your muscles. Build, repair, stay strong. Next, how much should you take? The magic number is 2.5 to 3 grams. That's the amount shown in studies to consistently trigger mTOR and stimulate muscle protein synthesis in older adults. If you like visuals, think of it like this. When you were 30, your muscle-building switch was easy to flip, like lifting a garage door with fresh springs. But after 65, those springs are worn. It takes more effort to lift the same door. That extra push is your 3 grams of leucine. And here's the best part. You don't need to measure it perfectly every time. Just aim for about 3/4 of a teaspoon, stirred directly into hot black coffee. No cream, no sugar, no carbs to interfere. And when should you take it? Within 30 to 60 minutes of waking up, during that early morning anabolic window, when your body is most primed to absorb and respond. This timing is key. It's the difference between giving your body a whisper or a shout that says, "Let's stay strong today." And if you're doing intermittent fasting, even better. Leucine won't spike insulin significantly, which means it helps protect your muscles without breaking your fast in the traditional sense. You stay in fat-burning mode while still sending the muscle signal your body desperately needs. Coming up next, we'll cover what to avoid, the most common mistakes people make when trying this protocol, and how to make sure you get results, not frustration. By now you've seen how one simple change, adding leucine to your morning coffee, can help preserve and rebuild muscle after 65. But what most people don't realize is this. Keeping your muscle isn't just about staying strong. It's about everything that keeps you healthy and alive. Because your muscle tissue, it's not just for moving around. It's your metabolic engine. Even when you're resting, muscle burns 3 times more calories than fat. So when you start losing muscle, your metabolism slows down. You burn less. You store more. And weight gain becomes almost automatic, even if your diet hasn't changed. Sound familiar? This is exactly why so many older adults say, "I barely eat anything, but I still gain weight." It's not a food problem, it's a muscle problem. But it doesn't stop there. Less muscle also means less blood sugar control, because muscle is where your body stores glucose after meals. So if your muscle mass is shrinking, that sugar stays in your bloodstream, spiking insulin, storing fat, feeding inflammation. Over time, this leads to belly fat that won't budge, energy crashes, and brain fog, higher triglycerides, prediabetes or full-blown diabetes, and accelerated aging at the cellular level. But the flip side is powerful. Just a 10% increase in lean muscle has been shown to dramatically improve blood sugar control, insulin sensitivity, fat burning, even hormone balance and energy levels. And the best part? You don't need a gym. You don't need to overhaul your lifestyle. You just need the right signal in the right window, using the right nutrient. And that's what this leucine plus coffee protocol gives you. Coming up next, we'll connect all the dots and walk through a step-by-step morning routine so you can start tomorrow with confidence, clarity, and a muscle-preserving habit that takes less than 5 minutes a day. So yes, protecting your muscle helps you move better, but the benefits go far beyond mobility. Because the moment you start rebuilding muscle, you're not just restoring strength. You're restoring your body's ability to function like it did years ago. Let's break it down. 1. Metabolism. Muscle is your #1 calorie-burning tissue, even at rest. So more muscle means you burn more fat, even when you're sitting still. It's one of the most effective ways to reignite your metabolism after 60. 2. Blood sugar and insulin. Muscle acts like a sponge for sugar. When it shrinks, sugar lingers in your blood, triggering high insulin. But when you build it back up, even just a little, your body starts processing glucose better, naturally lowering insulin resistance. 3. Hormonal balance. More lean muscle supports testosterone, DHEA, and growth hormone levels, all of which naturally decline with age, and all of which affect mood, energy, and fat storage. 4. Joint protection. Stronger muscles reduce the load on your joints. They stabilize your knees, hips, and spine, helping you stay mobile, flexible, and pain-free. 5. Cognitive health. You might not think your legs are connected to your brain, but studies show people with higher muscle mass in older age also have better memory, focus, and lower risk of dementia. 6. Inflammation and immunity. Muscle helps regulate inflammation by producing powerful anti-inflammatory compounds called myokines. And sarcopenia, the loss of muscle mass, is now recognized as a risk factor for poor immune function in older adults. So what does all of this mean? It means that a simple scoop of leucine in your morning coffee isn't just helping you walk better or climb stairs. It's helping you stabilize your blood sugar, reduce belly fat, balance your hormones, strengthen your joints, sharpen your mind, and even support your immune system. Muscle isn't just tissue, it's an organ of longevity, and the research backs it up. A 2021 study published in the Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia, and Muscle found that seniors with higher muscle mass had a 40% lower risk of death from all causes over a 5-year span. So yes, this small daily habit may seem simple, but the signal it sends to your body is massive. Next, I'll walk you through the complete morning protocol, step by step, so you know exactly what to do tomorrow morning to start seeing and feeling the difference. Now that you know why this works, let's walk through exactly how to do it, step by step. This is your morning muscle protocol. It takes less than 5 minutes, and it could completely change the way your body ages. Step 1. Wake up and hydrate. Within 5 to 10 minutes of waking, drink a full glass of water. Bonus points if you add a pinch of sea salt or a squeeze of lemon. This helps rehydrate your cells, support digestion, and gently wake up your nervous system. Step 2. Brew your coffee. Black is best. No sugar, no heavy cream. If you prefer, a splash of unsweetened almond or coconut milk is fine. But the goal here is to avoid anything that could spike insulin or block nutrient absorption. Step 3. Add leucine. Measure out 3 grams of pure, pharmaceutical-grade L-leucine powder. That's about 3/4 of a teaspoon. Stir it directly into your hot coffee. It dissolves easily and has no taste. Quick tip: if you're sensitive to texture, blend the coffee for a few seconds. It'll mix beautifully. Step 4. Drink it within 30 to 60 minutes of waking. This is your anabolic window, that short period where your body's most ready to absorb nutrients, burn fat, and activate muscle growth. Step 5. Optional, light movement. This part isn't required, but even 5 minutes of gentle resistance, like bodyweight squats, wall push-ups, or light resistance bands, can amplify the muscle signal even further. Think of it as telling your body, hey, we're using this muscle, let's keep it strong. Bonus tip, you don't need to eat immediately after. You can stay in a fasted state for another 30 to 60 minutes to boost fat burning, and then follow up with a high-protein breakfast when you're ready, like eggs, Greek yogurt, or grass-fed meat with veggies. Most people notice results in 10 to 14 days. Improved energy, less soreness or stiffness, better balance, and a noticeable shift in how steady and strong your body feels. And yes, this is something you can repeat every day. But even 5 days a week is enough to make a difference. Coming up next, I'll show you how to track your results and the one surprising sign that your body's already responding, even before you see any visible change in the mirror. Let's bring it all together. You've learned that muscle loss after 65 isn't just about aging. It's about a switch inside your body that starts to fade, and a simple science-backed nutrient, leucine, that can flip it back on. And now you know exactly how to use it in your coffee, in the morning, with the right dose at the right time, in a routine that takes under 5 minutes. But here's what matters most. This isn't about getting jacked or building bodybuilder muscles. This is about preserving your strength, protecting your independence, and keeping your body and your mind sharp, stable, and strong. Muscle isn't just about movement. It burns fat, balances blood sugar, regulates hormones, supports your brain, and protects your heart. It literally helps you live longer and live better. And rebuilding it doesn't require a gym or expensive powders or complicated programs. All it takes is sending your body the right signal at the right moment every morning. So here's your challenge. Try it for 7 days for the next week. Wake up, hydrate, brew your coffee, stir in 3 grams of leucine. Optionally, do a few minutes of light movement, then just notice. Notice how you feel walking upstairs. Notice how steady your legs feel. Notice your appetite, your energy, your mood, and imagine where you'll be in 30 days or 60. Because this isn't just about preventing decline. It's about reclaiming strength, rebuilding confidence, and returning to a body that supports everything you still want to do in life. If this video brought you value, share it with a friend, a spouse, or a parent who needs to hear this. Because muscle loss isn't inevitable. Not anymore. And it's never too late to start rebuilding, 1 cup of coffee at a time.